hate them. I hate them so much. I'm not even being sarcastic, I hate them that much. If you don't know what Labubu is, or maybe you own 100 of them, what we are witnessing is unprecedented. In the middle of a cost of living crisis, a randomized horror plushie is taking the world by storm and doing billions of dollars of sales. At least I think it's billions of dollars. I thought the obese marshmallow pillows was the height of crazy plushies. And then this happened. So today I'm gonna cover the story of Labubu, how they've turned a collectible plushie concept into a billion-dollar business, why what they've done is so amazing. And I'm gonna share the genius behind this idea that people don't understand can be utilized in hundreds of markets, regardless if it's pens or if it's water bottles. What Labubu is doing now is going to revolutionize how we purchase products in the future. An ugly looking plushie doll. For those of you that may not be as familiar with Labubu, essentially what it is it's a collectible plushie that comes in a variety of different colors and even potentially sizes. What you do is you buy a pack of Labubu from a store. If you can even get your hands on it, but we're gonna get to that. What you do is you go to the store, you buy a pack of Labubu, you bring it home, you rip it open, and you see what color you get. Now you can open up a wide variety of colors. We've all seen James Charles rip like 3 cases. Maybe you haven't seen it, but it showed up on my For You page last week. And there's standard colors and then there's rare colors. And the odds of getting a rare color is almost 1 in 144 boxes. And what's happened is it's caused the rarity in that price of those rare Labubus to skyrocket. Some listings are in thousands of dollars for premium Labubus. It's insane. Labubu originated in Hong Kong, China. No surprise. Labubu was distributed by a company that's called POP MART. They are now valued around $7 billion. Labubu launched in 2017, but didn't find any real popularity until 2021, 2022. And now, 2025, we're seeing it go mainstream all over America. POP MART went to IPO in Hong Kong back in 2020 and IPO'd for around $675 million. The last valuation done in 2023 has the company sitting at over $7 billion. That's not even taking into account the craziness of what Labubu is doing in America today. Now, Labubu is not the only thing that POP MART sells, I think it's fair to say that, but it makes up a large part of their portfolio. And it's no surprise that Labubu is actually their top selling product. I think they look Russian. Personally, I think they look Russian. Maybe that's what I think Russian girls look like Labubus. I don't know if I can get in trouble for that. On the surface level, Labubu may seem like some fun plushie that kids collect, but it actually does 4 very interesting and unique things and kills in every single one of those categories. And I'm gonna break those down. The first one of those pillars is the blind box economic structure. So what does that mean? The concept of the blind box is very similar to Pokemon cards or sports trading cards. Essentially, you rip open a pack and you don't know what you're gonna get, but you are in search of that one rare collectible item, therefore causing consumers to go crazy and spend hundreds of dollars searching for rare Labubus. In turn, what it does is it also drives the price up of those rare Labubus. And it makes it you feel like what you're purchasing is not just a consumable item, but it's actually an investment. 12 and 13-year-old girls are investing hundreds of their parents' dollars into plushies. Yes, I'm not making this up. But the concept is genius, because you can't just buy one. You have to buy multiple to try to get, first of all the colors, and second of all, the rare ones. Because if your friend has one and you don't have one, what are you doing? You're not Labubu cool. The second pillar is the resale economy that Labubu has created. I've already touched on this a little bit earlier on the video, but you're not just collecting for your own intrinsic reward. It feels like you're investing. It feels like the product that you bought has value. How good does that feel that you can justify your purchase as an investment? I mean, I'm a Pokemon card addict. And yes, my Pokemon cards hold value, and yes, they can be resold very easily. However, where I start to question Labubu for a little bit is that this is a blip on the time frame for something like Labubu. Pokemon's been around for 30 years. If Labubu is able to stay as relevant as Pokemon is, then yes, I would say maybe that is a good investment. And yes, who knows when in the next 20, 30 years these become relevant again. Say if they go irrelevant in the next 2 years, 30 years to come back and be relevant, like the Beanie Baby craze is, these could be worth a lot of money. And that's that resale ecosystem. The third thing that Labubu has done phenomenally well is the limited marketing. The marketing that's being done for Labubu right now is being driven primarily from creators online. You see big creators such as James Charles ripping through 3 cases of Labubus in search for the super rare Labubu. You see people reacting crazy to when they pull that secret rare, or all the girls freaking out when their parents can even get them one of those collectible boxes. If you haven't seen those videos, now that you're watching this video, you're probably gonna see it. But it's amazing. I mean, it's the marketing. They're hardly having to pay anything in marketing because we're doing it all for them. The fourth pillar to this is more business oriented, and that's the supply. To my understanding, there is purposeful bottlenecking being done to the Labubu supply that hits the market. I can hardly say Labubu anymore, it's getting out of control. It's done purposefully in order to create that FOMO. If a store only gets so many orders of Labubus, they'll fly like this. But if Walmart has crates and crates of them and they're so easy to access, eventually consumers will become tired and they won't be special when you can get your hands on them. Now there's pros and cons to that. I would argue right now during this frenzy, you want to push as much product as possible to get it out into those hands because people are willing to buy. I would then say what you do next is you create a new series of Labubu and you launch a second series, make it super exclusive, get all the hype up, people can't find them in store, then release that second large supply, everyone gobbles them up, and then the third series comes on. And it's a repetitive process. Until surely your backpack can't hold any more Labubus. You're Labubu'd out. You've ballooned too much. I never make, what are they called? I don't even know what those are called. What are those called? What did I just make? Did I cook? So I suppose we come to the part where we have to ask ourselves, while what Labubu has done is amazing, is it sustainable? Now you could look at this from other collectible plushies companies in the past, at what are they called? At what Squishmallows has done, and even later than that, Beanie Babies. I personally believe that this is a fad that's in the time. I don't think that it's super sustainable. I think it's a very interesting concept what Labubu has done in the concept of randomized openings. Imagine if that's what they did for Hydro Flask, where you would open a Hydro Flask and you don't know what color you're gonna get, or maybe there's a special symbol on Hydro Flask. You'd have 30 more Hydro Flasks sitting around your house. The concept of what Labubu has executed on is ingenious. Do I think it's sustainable for the next 10 years? I don't think so. I think something cooler is gonna release, and most likely Labubu won't be able to compete with it. The game's a game of evolution, and personally I don't think the product is good. I think the concept is phenomenal, and that's why people are buying into the product. We're all gamblers internally. I would even argue that Labubu could be gambling. Gambling for kids. Labubu. Quote me on it. Don't quote me on it. It's just my opinion. I hope this video gave you some additional insight into not just what Labubu is, but the financial and the business structure that is exploding for them. It's fascinating to me. I wanted to make a quick little video on it. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you want to go out and buy some Labubu, don't.